All right. Well, for those who don't know me, just to say real quickly, I was an echist for maybe 40 years, and I was have uh, come upon Duane and NUUU about 10 years ago, or maybe 9 years ago. And so uh, recently I had some dreams, a number of dreams. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to remember to share all of them, but let's say this one came to me just now. I just had it. It was a dream where there were, I got on a cart, or I was on a cart with two white horses. They were kind of like the German beer horses that you see at the football advertisement, and something like that. And the horse cart took off into a hillock, kind of a hill barrier or whatever, and crashed, so to speak, tumbled, uh, rolled, and it had something on the cart that probably flew off. Generally speaking, this is what happened. And then the cart kind of, I went over, I was with it. I think I was basically thrown off, and that was the end of that part. But it looked to me like it was a serious kind of a crash. And so I had an experience that followed this, where I was inside a room trying to come out a window to run a race, and the window was like half open or less, and it was hard, not so easy to get out, but I was urged to go out. And then I'm outside and I'm going to run this race, and I asked if the race was on sand. It was outside, and the answer was yes, more or less. And I started a little bit down on the race and turned to my right, but I couldn't see really the direction to go, or I wasn't sure of it. I didn't really see any sand or ground or whatever where it looked like that was where to go. And I asked the person who was with me, what happened to the horses from the former moment or dream, and he said they're gone. And this upset me, quite a bit, but I had a feeling that was true. And so I ended the dream. I stopped the race, that is, and the dream ended. And so I may have some ideas what this is about. It certainly has something to do with some of the avenues that I have been approaching that are not working, or have a lot of blocks and danger. And I will say the one thing I recognize with white horses is the Pegasus, the winged horse, which is related to the Aquarius sign. And that's being supposedly the new age of Aquarius is supposed to be coming in this century. And at the same time, it looks to me like the real age of Aquarius that's being instituted in the public and the worldly consciousness is a robotic, relates something to what Vesna was talking about in her dream, and this robotism of mankind, and et cetera, all of that kind of tech answer to our problems, and like this is humanity's future type of thing. And this is a whole nother topic, but I think I relate that part of the dream to that crash and loss of the beautiful white horses. I remember also, I saw a movie called The Dream of the Wild Horses way, way back in the 60s. It's a really beautiful short movie, about 7 minutes long, with the white horses just swimming or dancing in the river, in the waters, and in the running, and stuff like that. And I remembered that short very well. You know, these things we all have in our past history have been signposts and various recognitions or connections that we started to pick up and get them continually through the years. These would be coming from the new guides and whoever we will say, presenting these things, just like I think our dream visions that we're able to recognize. And so that's my interpretation of it. And that was one of the recent dreams. Val.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, the white horses and the cart turning, kind of a warning, I see. So it can be changed always, but it's kind of a warning bit. And then the window you know, we have a window of opportunity here. We're running a race, sort of like it's a race. It's like we have to keep up. It's a race toward, you know, you could say time is running out. So it's both that and it's a race to keep up with life and all that. And we just have the window is half open, so it's the window of opportunity is closing, you know, you could say, or still open.
I was asking some of the other people or the person in that room that, you know, you might want to help me have the window open. It didn't look like they were actually going to, though, and that's a personal issue type thing. So I referenced that, and let's see. There is something to do with the music part of this that I related that to as well. The two horses represented two avenues or two areas of expression and presentation. You know, they're very beautiful. You know, there's all kinds of things partially, let's say, related to the drug problem in the world with the medicine and vaccine, et cetera, because it was like, let's say that it represented trying to deliver the solution to people, but it's all blocked up and heavy loaded. The horses represent to me a purity. And in my book that I wrote about 20 years ago called Destiny, I had a part where the World Trade Center was included, where it was being bombed or whatever and crashed. And all the people that came out of their bodies were taken away by the white horses that came in, and the white, the beings in white, I'll call them. And each one of them was escorted or taken away from the scene, you know, kind of a heroic action, making them realize, you know, taking them to a safe place and away from the lifetime of experience, you know, this is all the souls passing. And that was in my book. With the white horses and, you know, symbolically. I've also seen a sky filled of line going into the space, like a spiral of souls leaving their bodies and leaving the earth, that is, and escalating, you know, going into heavens, so to speak. And I had that during an Eckankar experience at the seminar. And so these things, again, they're things that you do recall, and some of them are presenting the old ideas in just reforming them, so it may not be the new idea, but at each time, you know, they are references that we can pick up and try and discern what's the reality of it. So that would be the respect. I know I have some other dreams that I could share that are related in this way with, you know, value I sent you one in a letter instead of telling you about it in your dream group.
Okay. If I may, just when Peter was speaking about those white horses floating around and saving the whatever souls, whatever. So it seems to me that okay, let's see it less sentimental. So what are horses? Horses are animals. And so animals are saving so-called souls. So I would say that it is just a nice picture for the reptilians taking those individuals. But we like to see things in sentimental idea, from the perspective of our sentimental old ideas. Thank you.
I will say it wasn't just the white horses. It was a white, also, like the masters in white or whatever like that. But I will say that, yes, it's still, I got your contact there with that. And, that was something I wrote about 20 years ago, around the time that Duane was just saying that he had begun getting this whole new picture, 2001. Period of time, which was, there was that big change that came through then. And now 20 years later, we have another where they're again trying to present their solutions and their developmentals and creationisms and so forth. And, it's upon humanity again to not go down another rabbit hole and etc. So that's it. Thanks.
This planet Earth needs a lot of help from all of us right now. Dean Val of NUUU, Nations United, UNUversal, UNUversity, is contacting people around this world every day to share the importance of the all-natural environment supporting all of us. Dean Val and Duane Lee Heppner.org 501c3 have created CAN, Community Action Network, to help all communities become aware of how to be self-sufficient with permaculture and food and rainforests. We are always looking for real people to step up, who want to learn what life on this earth is all about. We will be leasing large portions of land to create something wonderful for all communities everywhere. Contact Val Vitals on Skype and Facebook to get involved with what we all can do now, or through the phone number provided or the website in the links. Duane the Great Writer.net. Join us for weekly environment awareness Skypes every Sunday at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The NUUU, Nations United, UNUversal UNUversity is dedicated to supporting and providing a real purpose and real awareness with the all-natural environment supporting all of us. First comes this earth with food and rainforests, and to protect what is still here. For those who have the awareness to see what is actually taking place here, with all the natural devastation, which is also purposely planned by WorldKontrollers, you now have a real opportunity to step up and do something with those who also care about your planet Earth. Duane Lee Heppner has created the NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, which completely entails the all-natural environment everywhere, and a real education that has real value, and that far surpasses any commonly created indoctrinating educational system that does not focus on what sustains all of us naturally. Real survival makes sense with everything here that is self-sustaining.